Hello, loves. Happy Monday. Good to see you. Welcome to the video. How are you today? Looking beautiful, I'm sure. I want to talk about the Instagram algorithm and safe spaces today because I had a very interesting experience over the weekend and I want to share it. So, I made this lovely post on my Instagram and it was about this is spiritual awakening today. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know it was me in the gym on the treadmill. So, I had some other stuff I'd put down in the description and I boosted the post because I thought that it was important and something I wanted to share, because we tend to think that spiritual awakening is like all of this woo-woo stuff that happens. Spiritual awakening is whatever you're going through and being present and accepting it and addressing it and loving yourself. So, I don't currently make super duper flashy videos and I don't look like a super slick kind of person. I'm an everyday mom who's working and out in the world and just like all the rest of us, just being people. So let's see if we can merge here. See if we can merge and talk. Oh, yep, go for it, my friend, go for it. Mr. Construction Vehicle says, do not follow. I have no choice. We're both on the ramp. I have to follow you. Oh, well. So I boosted this post. And let's just say things went a little sideways. Somehow it got the attention of some people who are not into spiritual awakening and instead are looking for something else. So the algorithm started sending this. I don't know how it happened. The algorithm does whatever the stinking algorithm does. But I started getting likes from people who are not my audience. We'll leave it there. People who would actually be targeting my audience. So I had to decide whether to leave the post up. And first off, I was completely confused. I was like, what is going on? And then it started like blowing up and more people. And I was like, these are not the people who normally like my posts. So then I dug a little bit into it and I was like, oh, you are not here for spiritual awakening information. So I stopped I stopped the ad and then I deleted the post because I don't want, and then I blocked all of those people because I don't want, first off, all right, let me start off. There's a lot of talk about safe spaces. I can tell you right now, Instagram is not a safe space. I cannot guarantee a safe space for anyone unless it's you and me one-on-one. I can't even guarantee a safe space if we're operating in a group because the only person that I am responsible for is myself. I cannot make anyone else do anything. So it's only one-on-one in which I can create a safe space. And that's why a lot of the work I do is one-on-one, because when we're talking about making change and you've got a history of trauma and abuse and you have been trying to figure things out on your own and you need to get out of your own head and you need to hear something that you haven't heard before, you need to try something that you haven't heard before, you need somebody who believes in you because you don't have the confidence to believe in yourself, to believe that things could be new. You need a safe space and you need a safe person. So we just took it down because I can't guarantee that on Instagram, and that's not what I'm here for, and I'm not going to condone it. So I There was nothing wrong with my post. This is not like one of those, oh, well, now I learned a lesson and I won't post like that again. I will post like that again and again and again and again and again forever, because people need to see it. Because I post like that, oh, getting bumpy here. I post like that because I'm one of these people who I don't want to see all the slickness and all the overproduction and all of the you just showing me the highlights of this is what your life is like. Because that doesn't tell me anything about your life. That tells me about this tiny little snapshot that you advertised and that you shared and said, here's a little piece of things going really well for me. I don't get to see how you are when the blankety blank hits the fan. I don't get to see how you are when your back's against the wall, when you don't know what to do. How do you make decisions? What are your values? Are you a person of integrity? That's the stuff I want to see. I want to see how you're challenged, how you respond, how you make a choice. And the fact that life is not all of these highlights on social media. Yes, we're on social media, but I'm here and many of us are here to connect and to find other people. Because, spoiler alert, it's not really a spoiler, we're all spaced out on purpose. There's not a huge community physically near us. So we have to use the internet to connect. And actually, I find that to be quite fun. I did not like it in the beginning. I really didn't like it in the beginning at all. In the beginning, it was frustrating for me and I found it lonely. But as I developed myself, as my path continued, as I learned more, then I realized that I needed all of that time to work on myself, to hone my abilities, to learn more, to go within so that I had something to bring out. So, safe spaces, I can only create them one-on-one. And Instagram is not one. And there are predators out there who are looking specifically for people who are going through difficult times looking for support because they will prey on you. And that's just the truth. I don't want to sugarcoat this because it happened when I used to be in 12-step rooms. I see it many times in spiritual groups. Not everybody's here for the same reason. They're really not. And it can be hard when you first get started, and sometimes even years down the path, to figure out whether someone's actually honest about why they're doing what they're doing. And I won't contribute to that, and I will just call them on their stuff. Because nobody's going to do that in my house. Not in my house, people. No. Now, it doesn't mean that, I wish them ill, because yes, they're on a path. But it doesn't mean that I have anything to offer them. If I had anything to offer them, then they would come for spiritual awakening support. But you don't have to, this is, oh my gosh, I see this so much. Woo! I see this so much. People, beings with a history of trauma, we do this. I always like to do them. I always am looking on the bright side because, well, number one, you have to steer your own ship. I'm going to talk about more of that in another video. But giving people the benefit of the doubt. You also have to hone your discernment and you have to use some common sense. It's a fine line and one that continues to evolve, at least in my own life. The best thing you can do is just give it some time. Just let things play out. Don't jump in right away. You don't know what that other person is actually thinking or needs or is doing unless you've got clear direction from source or your intuition. But it can be really hard to hear that when you still have wounds that are unaddressed, or you're still telling yourself a story about how things should be. So that was my interesting experience with the algorithm and Instagram. There's going to be more posts. I did nothing wrong. Stand by that. I'll do it again If I have to do it a million times so that people see that spiritual awakening is not all sunshine and roses, I'll do it. Because what we really need we need some real talk about spiritual awakening. Not this, it's all love and light and everybody's happy all the time. That's not this channel. I love you. I love you, oodles and oodles. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next video, my friend.